Hey everybody, it's Carrie with day 16 of your 30-day post-election self-care challenge. It's actually day 17, but I did not get around to doing a video yesterday, and you'll find out why in the next video. So you get two self-care strategies today, and so let's get to it. Day 16 is about taking care of yourself by accepting your dark side, young Vadar. Because I'm a nerd, I put that part in. But accepting and not projecting your dark side. So, what have we learned about the election, post-election days so far? Well, something I've learned is that people have been harboring some really dark, sad feelings that are coming to the surface in a multitude of ways, and they've maybe not accepted those dark parts of themselves, and so they're now showing up now, and they're projecting them out onto other people. There's been some ugly stories going around the way that people are treating each other. So this post-election is bringing up some ugly stuff in people. Brings up jealousy, brings up anger, it brings up vindication, ego, it brings up fear of scarcity models. We all have dark sides. We all have shadow selves. It's part of being human. There's a dark side of the moon, and everyone has a dark side of the moon, and perhaps it's they don't necessarily like to show it to others. They don't necessarily like to show it to themselves, but it's still back there, even if we're not looking at it and if we can't see it. So it's really important to accept those dark sides of ourselves as part of being human, so that we can integrate it, forgive ourselves for those dark sides, and then not project it onto other people, because that's when it can start getting illegal, okay, to have a dark side. So I had a situation this morning where, I was going for my walk this morning, and I saw this woman, and she had like a nice car that was new, didn't have any plates yet, and her hair was really nice looking, and all of a sudden I was just like, this bitch, I had all these stories I made up in my head. She's probably totally entitled. She probably didn't deserve that car. She didn't pay for that car. She's got some guy, who's taking care of her. She gets her hair done at this expensive place that I can't afford. All these things. It had nothing to do with that woman. It was all about me. It was all about my envy, jealousy, anger, hatred, whatever I'm bringing from my past, whatever I'm bringing from yesterday, whatever I'm planning to bring tomorrow, that was all showing up, and she was just an object that I was projecting it onto. It's really my problem. It wasn't hers. Some of the things that I wanted to, or that I've been seeing about the way people are feeling after the election, or there's lots of words being thrown around like the forgotten, or phrases like, who feels insignificant now? No matter how you voted, that is a lot of pain to be carrying around. And it's a shock to know that that's how much pain people were carrying around. I have my own issues where I'm like, wow, I must have been completely oblivious to all this pain. How is this out? Who knows? But how do you diffuse that? Right? So that you're not carrying it around for 8 years and then exercising that pain in the voting booth, basically. So the first thing you do is become aware of it. Like this morning with that poor woman where I was projecting all kinds of crap onto her. Becoming aware of it and going you know what, Carrie, that's not about her, that's about me. What is that about? Who is she represent for me? What is that bringing up for me? Who is she in my past that I didn't get to do that to, or didn't get to whatever, who is she representing for me? And then accept that I'm not Pollyanna, that I have a dark side, and I'm going to explore it, and I have to integrate it in order to be a full